What is going on, guys? Skits here, back with my 15th coffee talk, and today I thought it would be a great idea to just go through my morning progression of me looting the mailbox. I'll go over what's selling, what's not selling, and basically this is just a take a deep breath, everything will be okay, and I'm going to show you why. Prices may not be what you expected them to be, but I'm going to show you how to get rid of your stock and get rid of it relatively quickly for prices that are attractive to you. So sit back, relax, whether you're tuning in from the States or out of the States, morning, noon, night. These coffee talks are made different from my short and sweet World of Warcraft guides. These are made for your commute, whether you're in the gym or you're driving to work or you're trying to escape relatives, whatever the case may be. This is made for you to just sit back, relax, and we're going to talk about beneficial World of Warcraft Legion material that's up to date and that's currently going on in this current patch 7.2.3. Patch 7.3 is in the PTR already testing, so a lot of good things to come with that. So let's sit back, relax, enjoy this coffee talk. I'm going to periodically sip on my coffee, in this case pre-workout before the gym. So there's zero itinerary for these. These are just made for you guys to learn and basically just see what's going on. I'm going to paint a picture, I guess you can say, with my words. If you're driving, if you are in the car, do not look down at the video. I will give you all of the details. So currently we have 1.7 million liquid gold, and what's happening, what has happened, the biggest influx, the biggest boom of Tuesday reset this previous Tuesday was what, guys? Obliterum. And if you're like a majority of everybody else throughout the Reddit forums and everything else, the Obliterans prices are freaking out, right? And I'm going to show you why they're freaking out. For the general public, for the everyday WoW player that gets a hold of a guide or two guides from YouTube or Reddit or wherever it may be, they're crafting Obliterum at such a small scale that they're getting upset that they're not selling. So if you guys are, have 30 or 40 Obliterum right now, you're probably shaking your head listening to this coffee talk because you're like, damn, Skits, I made all this Obliterum, I did this, I did that, and I can't seem to get rid of it. So the next thing surrounding Obliterum we're going to talk about is just being patient, guys. I'm going to loot my mailbox from last night, and I'm going to show you what's all going on. So this morning, it's 1,700 gold. A little bit more expensive than 1,700 gold is what Obliterum is going for right now, which is absolutely miserable, right? There's people up here with 101 stacks of 5 at just dirt shit prices. Excuse my language. I'm not going to mention any names. They already know who they are. You guys have them on your realms, and I'm not knocking them at all. Him or her, whoever it may be, but it's just not how you go about the auction house, and it's not how you go about undercutting, because yes, you want to sell your stock at a fast pace, and I'm not knocking you guys or whoever's doing any of this for selling your Obliterum fast. I just know that if I put time and effort into obliterating something, I want more than 100 gold or 200 gold return per Obliterum, if that makes sense. So what's happening is you guys are seeing a flood of Obliterum on the auction house at random times from people not crafting rings or enchants or this or that, but they're doing the big Obliterum. So basically, I guess whatever the Obliterum form of obliterating something would be, that is what they're doing. So they're basically taking alchemy trinkets, they're going into engineering, they have TSM snipers set up, all kinds of snipers set up on the auction house to scoop up cheap materials to either mass craft certain rank 3 trinkets or toys or gems or whatever it may be. The return on the Obliterum Ash is way more than 5 per item or 10 per item. You're getting 3 and 4 and 500 Ash at a certain point in time, depending on what you're obliterating. I'm not going to drop any of the specifics. Those of you that are using some of these techniques to mass obliterate and make gold, all hands up in the air for you guys. I love you guys to death. Go nuts, but stop shitting on the market. It's okay to undercut by 1 gold or 2 gold or whatever, but when you're undercutting by hundreds, 200, 300, and you're putting that many stacks up on the auction house, you're ruining not only the experience for everybody else on the auction house, but you're losing gold for yourself. And whether you're making gold, you know, a couple hundred here and there, and it's actually selling, that's awesome. But I'm going to show you the mailbox, and I'm going to show you what being patient does for you. So let's scroll down here, right, guys? Right around here in the 2200 per Obliterum is where last night I listed all of my Obliterum, right? Because throughout the day, just being patient, and throughout the week, it's now Friday, right? So we've had Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, now Friday. Excuse me, it's Saturday. Jeez, Louise, got my days all mixed up. You guys are killing me on my live stream. So it's Saturday. We've had Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and now Saturday. So everything that's happened to this point is basically people being like, Obliterans prices are freaking out. It's like Tuesday came, and it was supposed to be a big influx and people coming back, and I didn't get rid of my stock, and I'm upset about it. So I'm just going to list all my Obliterum at the failing tanking prices that it's already at now. No, 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 no. You have to wait out the storm sometimes. Not only now, but now that they released patch 7.3, guys, apparently Obliterum's going up to item level 940 plus. Brand new patch, brand new material, brand new professions. My super nerdy booty is so excited for the new ore and the new gems apparently that's coming. So as soon as I get my hands on the PTR, I'm going to be going nuts. We'll do a coffee talk on my first impression on that. But guys, be patient. Of anything you can be patient with on the auction house right now during this influx of materials is Obliterum, because it's much better to sit on your Obliterum for an extra day, or throughout the day, guys. A lot of things change. A lot of auctions get delisted. A lot of people relist their auctions at crazy times, or only put it up for 12 or 24 hours. You never know. So I'm going to fly over to the other auction house because it is the cool thing to do now for small little infant prune juice horde. I got much love for my horde population to kill the auctionators that respawn in 11.5 seconds in Stormwind. So I'm going to fly over here to the other auction house and pick up this conversation. So here we go. Obliterans prices again. All right, and then we'll go over a majority. I'm starting with Obliterum, guys, because this is, for me, like everybody's got a crazy question around, like, what is going on with Obliterum, man? Like, I invested this and that, and I've been, you know, mass crafting items and obliterating it, but I don't want to get rid of it at this price. Amazing. So as you can see here, there are stacks of 1, stacks of 10, stacks of 5, random stacks of 7, all kinds of stuff like that. I prefer getting rid of my stacks in 5s and 10s because pretty stacking is very, very, very powerful. I still use it today. Everybody uses it, and I have a video specific on my YouTube channel to just pretty stacking. But basically what it means is you are listing items in pretty stacks so it's more appealing to the buyer. So right now the Obliterum's at 1770, 1700 gold, 70, and I am going to let it relax because I would much rather get rid of my Obliterum for 2k plus when I bought it for 1.6 than get rid of it here and make a quick 50 gold per and just keep cranking it out. Yes, I could keep crafting it and keep funneling it and keep getting rid of it at this terrible price, but it's not worth it to me. It's not worth it to me. It's not worth it to my auction house to completely shit on the market. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in my mailbox and I'm going to show you, and I'm going to put my general chat tab up here. So if you guys cannot look at the screen, don't. I'm going to read to you what number wise I made gold wise last night. So before we do that, let's go through what we made our money on. I have slices of bacon, I have my masterful shatter rubies, my gems, I have my saber's eyes of agility. You guys know I got my gems pumping, my quick dawn lights, my deadly eyes, more shatter rubies, and then more slices of bacon, and then we can only loot 50 at a time. We have our Obliterums. So let's go through our first batch and see how much we made from the bacon, some gems, and I think maybe 110 stack of Obliterum. So consumables, guys, are amazing. Food, we'll go over it in a minute, is amazing. I'll open up my cooking tab and I'll go over everything surrounding cooking and consumables and why certain things are selling, when's the best time to buy out certain items and relist them. Because for the everyday Joe Schmo, the casual player, they don't know the difference, guys, between 10 stats or 20 stats or this or that. All they know is they need crit, or they need haste, or they need this or that. Okay, so here's our first loot from last night, 139,599 gold, 66 silver, 24 copper. Okay, we're going to slash, here's an awesome tip, slash reload and hit enter. We're going to reload our UI. Let's write this down real quick. We're not going to get the specifics, 126k for our first batch. And then if you type slash reload and go to your mailbox, it'll automatically update. So if you guys notice, guys, look at the Obliterans prices. Okay, here's a 10 stack for over 20,000 gold. Here is my single stack selling for over 2k gold, almost 2,100 gold. Why would you flood the market and get rid of all of your stock so fast and have zero patience when you know that after everybody stops foaming at the mouth and stops throwing up random prices of Obliterans to ruin the market, that your stuff will sell, and it'll sell very well? Because what you do is you check pack periodically and you see what's listed. Are stacks of 1 listed? Yes. Okay, let's do stacks of 5. Are they listed? Yes. Are they listed where? You may have, let's go back to the auction house real quick, and then we'll keep looting some gold. Let's go back here and let's check the Obliterans prices again. It's a great teaching point, okay? So our Obliterans right now, again, is at 1,700. It's tanked, right? Because the end of the week, it's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then Tuesday, it might pop off again, which it will. It's not necessarily about who's got the Obliterans, because there's millions of gold worth of Obliterans on your realm. It depends on who's listing it. Are they on right now? What are their tendencies? And, you know, what do you want to do with that? So, excuse me. As you can see here, from 1,700 gold, it slowly but surely drops back down to the 1,900, 2K, 2,200, excuse me, real quick. Let me grab a quick drink of this pre-workout here. And it will fall back through the cracks. So you see these, don't look, 4 stacks of 5. They're listed here at 2K. Everything underneath of it, 9 stacks of 1, 1 stack of 1, 53 stacks of 2. The whole way down through here. So when the cheapest stacks of 5 or the cheapest stacks of 10 sell out, I'm going to relist my 5 and my 10 stacks at a much higher price. Because if you're looking for 1 or for 2 or whatever Obliterans, you're going to buy those out individually. But from a perspective with no add-ons, Auctionator or TSM, it looks very appealing. And if you're upgrading one of your pieces of gear, you need 10 Obliterans, you're buying 5 and 5, boom, boom. Like I said, guys, you're not selling to wholesalers on the auction house. You're buying, or you're selling to people that basically need 1 item. They're in, they're out. They have a new piece of gear. They got a gem slot, it needs enchanted, they go buy a gem, they go buy an enchant. They can get over the fact they can get over the fact that they might be paying a little bit extra for the item, but they only need 1 or 2 of that item. So it's basically just like, whatever, get over it, let's buy it and let's move on. So that's where you guys should be capitalizing. Let's go back to the mailbox and see what else we made yesterday night, midnight after stream, into this morning. So we got 126k in our first go around. We have another 50 in our mailbox. So let's bring this back up. And again, guys, you saw the prices, right? 1,700 plus. This is a fresh 29 days ago. This was all sold last night. Just scanning in the auction house, being patient and not freaking out. Obliterans times 10, times 1, times 1, times 5, times 5. Let's go nuts. See what we got here. This is a majority of all Obliterans, guys. So let's see what we got here. Hope you guys are having a great morning, afternoon, night, wherever you are tuning in from. If you have any other suggestions or any other coffee talk topics that you'd like to hear about, I would be literally all ears. I am all ears. I love you guys to death. All right, let's see what we got here. So, oh my goodness, guys. So here is another 158,000, so 158K. And let's reload our UI. This is all from Obliterum, guys. Obliterum selling for over 2K, and that's with the auction house cut. That's with the auction house cut. Again, you are seeing the giant stacks of 5 and 10 for stupid cheap prices because there are people that could care less about you or the market. They just want to make a quick flip. They list these up knowing that the real gold goblins aren't going to completely undercut what they have listed. They'll be patient and they'll wait for you to get rid of your pretty shitty stacks, basically, excuse my language, to get rid of our stacks. And I'm not salty at all, guys. I just looted 100 and almost however much. We'll add it up at the end here. I'm not salty at all. I make enough gold. I would make so much more gold. We would all collectively make so much more gold if people just didn't do what you saw right there. So here's one more stack of 5, Obliterum wise, and that did it for. So here's another 10K. Let's do the math here real quick. 8, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 294K ballpark. So about 300K from the morning, from last night till this morning. So we're back over 2 mil. And yeah, guys, it's ridiculous. That is the power just off of Obliterum. That was the majority of our big haul from last night. But the point of this coffee talk is to tell you guys that if Obliterum right now or this week or whenever is so dirt cheap, now granted, as the patch rolls along and as more Obliterum comes out, it's going to progressively drop a little bit before 7.3 comes out again, but I see it kind of evening out and it'll respike before that happens. So be patient, guys. Be patient. Be patient. If you have any questions, as usual, put them in the comments below. I'll knock them out as quickly and as efficiently as possible. So let's get off of the Obliterum train, guys. Let's go and check out our other forms of making gold. My favorite, you guys already know. Let's start with the gems. So when I start the day, the morning, an Auctionator, and if you don't have Auctionator, I recommend you guys get TSM, or if you don't like TSM, use Auctionator. It's personal preference. People make millions of gold with either or, but if you're brand new to the game, if you have a data mind and you are really invested in making gold, TSM has all the bells and whistles. I've been playing WoW for 12 years. I just know what I'm after, what I'm looking for, and I don't have time to basically search after small fish and small items to try to manipulate and you know, snipe certain items. It's awesome for some people. I've tried it, I've got into it, but I kind of moved away from the T-Mog and the BOEs. I want just quick flips. I want items that are coming into my inventory and I'm getting rid of, because at the end of the day, guys, everything in your bag you're going to grab more of. Stop holding on to things for so long. This is kind of the other aspect of the Obliterum. Be patient, yes, but don't be so patient that you're not listing anything because you don't have the prices that you want, I guess, per se. Do not, you know, contribute to a failing market or a market that's already, you know, going down and down and down, hundreds of gold. You can always tell, guys, I'm going to click on Obliterum, you can always tell that people are just completely not invested in the market because it falls from 2,200 gold down to 2K. And this dude, guy or girl, whoever it was, 31 stacks of 1, they ruined the rest of the market, because when those 36 stacks of 1 do not sell, it starts the rest of the train of just list. I'm so impatient. This is not going to sell, and let's get rid of it now because I'm freaking out. Have patience, guys. I just looted over 300K from the mailbox from last night, and I am going to do the same tonight. You just have to be patient, and if not tonight, that's okay. Tomorrow or the next day, when all of those stacks fall off, we will make our money. So here we go with jewel crafting. Obliterum's number 1 at the moment. Patience with Obliterum's number 1. Number 2, we go look at our Saber's Eyes. Okay, so 6K, 6K, 5K. It's not terrible. Saber's Eyes used to be selling for, you know, 100K plus, and they will again if the fell slate can keep up. What I mean by that is fell slate is cheap at certain points of the day or the week, yes, but overall the botters are gone. The people that are using server hop correctly right now, because you still can use it, you have to almost spam the next button. If you guys want an updated video on server hop, I guess put something in the description below. I'll show you how I use it basically. But what's happening is people are either banned from botting or stopped botting, or they do not know how to use server hop, or they're too lazy to go out and farm or themselves. So a lack of fell slate means higher gem prices, means higher endgame gem prices. So your Saber's Eyes are like the plateau of your gems, but everything else is selling very, very well. So all I do is I scan the auction house, I pick up cheap fell slate. For my case, it's going to depend on your realm, your gem prices, all that kind of stuff, but I pick up anything under 35 gold per. And then when I mass prospect it, I sell my Pandemonite and my Fury Stones raw at about 5k, 6k. So right here, this is a solid market to reset right here. And I'm going to do it live for you on Strum, because, not on Strum, on this YouTube video, this coffee talk, because the proof is in the pudding. I always show you guys, and I always back my techniques, and I give you guys updates. So from the previous coffee talk, I just told you guys to take a deep breath and not panic. And then of course here in the failing Obliterans Prices last night, we loot about 300 plus K from the auction house. So guys, here we go. We're buying these Pandemonites. We're going to relist them. How am I going to get undercut, guys? A, you have Pandemonite sitting in your bag from a rainy day and you prospected it however long ago and you have it. B, you have Pandemonite laying around in your bag from a long time ago. Or C, you pick up what's left of the random scrap stacks of fell slate on the auction house, and then you hope and you pray to the RNG gods that you land on some Pandemonites, right? So I relist them. Let's just put them up for a random price here, about 7k ish, and we're gonna let them marinate, and we're gonna let them go, because guys, that's one of the harder things to facilitate on the auction house. Just like I said with the fell slate, you guys will pick up the most amount of sapphires, versatile Maelstrom sapphires, or just the Maelstrom sapphires, excuse me. Your Eye of Prophecy, lots of them. Your quick dawn lights, your dawn lights, it's iffy here, there, every once in a while. Your shadow rubies, iffy. Your Pandemonites, you always will benefit from buying cheap fell slate, procking some Pandemonites. You just have to almost babysit the market every once in a while and just keep checking while you list your items. Here's another point, guys. While you list your items, more importantly, your consumables, your potions, your augment runes, your gems, your enchants, all that kind of stuff, guys, it doesn't make any sense unless you're going to, let's say, raid or mythic plus, or you're going to be away from the computer for multiple hours. I would list, 10 stacks of one or 15 stacks of one when I'm leaving. Gems are selling so fast now that you can list higher amounts. And if somebody else, like for instance right here, the 7 stacks of one, I'm going to relist these, because the time it's going to take for the 5 stacks in front of me to sell may be a short amount of time, and it may not be. But I know if another jewel crafter comes on the auction house to post their gems, they're going to undercut the guy that undercut me, the guy or girl that undercut me, excuse me, and then it's going to just start a whole debacle of craziness. So listing your gems, very important, very, very important. Babysitting your gems for an hour or two is even more important. Not babysitting, but just go back, check on the gems. If they're undercut, relist them, put them back up at the correct price. At the correct price. As you can see right here, here's another blip. 1447, 1,447 gold for the Deadly Eye of Prophecy, which is actually pretty good, because the raw version sometimes dips below 500 gold, which is terrible. So get rid of all of the lesser quality gems the Deadly Eye of the Prophecies and the Versatile Maelstrom Sapphires when you can, guys, because it's very important to get rid of those gems while you can before they fall back down to, you know, under 1,000 gold per, because everybody has those raw gems. Not everybody wants to spend their bloods to cut those lesser quality gems to list them up. So I use my bloods personally on Saber's Eyes, on Masterful Shadow Rubies, and Quick Dawn Lights. Everything else I outsource to other jewel crafters and have them cut it. All my other coffee talks go over how to properly go about getting other jewel crafters, excuse me, to cut your gems. So jewels, Obliterum. Let's move on to our food, right? Well, actually, before we get to food, let's go over, while we're on the topic of Fell Slate and gems, gem chips, guys. I'm going to open up my cooking tab right here, and I'm going to show you right now. If you scroll down to the Nightborn Delicacy Platter rank 3, it cost 20 gem chips at rank 3 to make 10 of these. So it restores 2.3 million health and 1.1 million mana over 20 seconds, and it will give you 375 mastery for an hour. Like I said, guys, people have no idea what food prices are going for, and let's do this live right now. So let's click. I'm going to Alt and left click on the Nightborn Delicacy Platter. It will automatically put it into Auctionator here real quick, and I'm going to check the prices. I already know, since there's 10 pages of this, it's probably not going to be very good. It actually is, because last night it fell down to about 24 gold per. People throwing up random stacks, not even paying attention, and a lot of people are cooking, and a lot of people are just throwing up scrap stacks of food. It's not usually one wholesaler that's selling food. It's usually a variety of different players throwing up random stacks. So I bought everything out at 23 gold and below, and I reset it at a 99.99. And for that 30 or 40 minutes during raid time, everybody bought up, pretty much everybody bought up the Nightborn Delicacy Platters to make my gold back. And then it was a matter of just relisting it, and as the price fell back to where it was usually, I was still making gold. So right now at 56 gold, I'm still 20 gold per item up from when I reset it last night. So now I'll go back, I'll relist at 56, and then throughout the week the prices will fall. Everything consumable wise, I'll buy them up Sunday to Monday, and then Tuesday during reset we'll hit it hard again. It's just a rinse and repeat. All of the items throughout the week will fluctuate in price, yes, but a majority of all the raw materials that you need, Fell Slate and your Argument Ruins and some of your enchants and some of your gems and some of the food and the gem chips, will all periodically just fall and fall and fall throughout the later part of the week. So gem chips are so slick, guys. Again, people are mass prospecting Fell Slate. They're throwing up their gem chips in completely terrible stacks. One stack of 10, one stack of 43, one stack of this, and it's at 7 gold, and then 6, and then 4, and then 3, and then 2, and then all of these just keep crashing the market. It's so cheap to pick it up, guys. I pick all of these up. So right here, let's do it again. Proof is in the pudding. I'm going to buy up all of these random stacks at 10 per, one stack of 61, one stack of 10, one stack of 8, one stack of 9, 6 stacks of 1. All that 10 gold, and I'll just buy this 15 gold per out here, and then I'm going to relist again at 17 gold per, because like I said, if you're in a guild, if you're going on raid night and you're excited about mythic progression or heroic or whatever it is, you're buying the gem chips to make the food. You don't care what the price is. If it's a couple extra gold than you're used to paying, so be it. You know what I mean? So let's go back here. We'll relist the gem chips and we'll move on with the coffee talk. So far, Obliterum. Be patient, but we're selling that in pretty stacks. Food, gems, gem chips, killing it with all of these at the moment right now. So let's move into the food, right? So what I do is I go to either TSM or my Auctionator, and in the search bar here I open up my food tab and I shift and I left click my food, right? So let's start at the Suramar Surf and Turf, okay? 300 haste. I have the rank 3. Let's see what it's going for. 19 gold per. There's not that many stacks up here. There's 98 stacks of 20 at 24 gold. So this is an instance where I'm gonna let this just chill and relax. I would reset it, but there's so much of this item that I'm going to let it just bottom out. I will buy it up and then I will reset it, okay? So let's check out the ribs. The ribs give us 300 crit, 17 gold per. Kind of the same situation, guys, but look, 17 gold, it tops out at 22 gold, but there's no big stacks. There's 13 stacks of 20 at 18 gold, but we can afford to eat that up. So this will be one of those items that we reset right here. So the ribs we're going to reset. Let's click on our auctionator again. We'll shift and we'll left click again on our Drogbar salmon. Gives us fire damage, and the bonus lasts an hour. This is one of those quirky kind of food buffs. Not a big seller. We stay away from that. The Barracuda is awesome, guys. So the Barracuda, there's only 3 stacks of it. I'm going to relist this more than likely because if you notice, when we get down to our delicacies next, the Nightborn delicacy platter, that takes Barracuda to make. So let's go into our delicacies and see if the big boys are selling. So the Hungry Magister crit 375 for an hour. Let's check that. We already checked that. That was the cooking item that had a ridiculous amount of 45 stacks of 20 the whole way through. So we're going to relist our items there later on throughout the week. The Nightborn delicacy platters we already checked out. Our fish roll special gives us fire damage, one of those quirky ones. Again, you guys notice that these don't sell very well at all. Sometimes during specific events, or for instance, here's an example for the recent pet, the Sun Darter hatchling, I believe it's called. People needed to scoop up potions from way back in the day, invisibility, nature resistance, fire resistance, all of those kind of things, and the old world material spiked because of how specific those items were to the quest line or to the pet quest line. And same thing goes with food. Sometimes you might need a quirky piece of food that has a crazy buff to get through situations, so make sure you guys pay attention to that. So our salad, 375 haste, also sells very, very well. You just have to check the prices every single morning, every single afternoon you guys get on. Also, very important to have rank 3 of these plans. If you don't, somebody in the guild, or if you can get someone to cook for you, you guys save a lot more materials by doing that. So basically what we have so far: Obliterum gems, are gem chips, our food, consumables, slice of bacon. Also a huge on the food topic. So if I search right here for, I actually don't even have it yet, discovered the Suramar, the Lavish Suramar Feast. It takes bacon. Bacon is very hard to come by. You need world quests, and it goes up in crazy stacks sometimes. So that's also something similar to Pandemonites. It's very, very common, more common than Pandemonites, but that's one of those things where you're going to see a lot of scrap stacks. And if you see those and they're cheaper than the usual price you usually see them, I'd buy them out and I would relist them again in pretty stacks. So Fell Slate, buy cheap throughout the later part of the week. Right here, there's one stack of 6 for 29 gold. I'm not going to buy that because we might use that as a little mini wall here. So what a wall means is this is basically going to serve for those casual players that want to list some Fell Slate right now. They might list underneath of this 29 gold per, the Fell Slate here, for a lot cheaper prices, and it will be a lot more Fell Slate, hopefully. So a couple stacks of 100, sometimes you guys get lucky with that. So that is the most current ways right now that I'm making gold in Legion. Again, it's Friday. This is what's been going on my realm, and I hope some of these tendencies and these trends are universal across your guys' realm. A quick update on everything regarding myself before the coffee talk ends. We just landed our sub button on Twitch. It's only been live for about 3 days now, and we have over 110 subscribers, which is huge, a big testament to you guys. You guys are amazing, not only on my YouTube channel, but my Twitch channel. So if you're watching this coffee talk, if you want to pop over to the live stream and tune in, we always talk about gold talk. We always do viewer runs, viewer carries through Tomb, through Nighthold, all that kind of great stuff. So with that being said, we also have our guild that is started up on Kel'Thuzad Alliance. I will give you guys more information in the description below about that, but it's made for you guys to chill out, relax, have fun, and it takes all the stressful nonsense out of the game. I've been playing for, like I said, over a decade, so everything that you guys need to successfully have fun and relax, free bags, free repairs, free help, just free knowledge from a group of amazing people. We have that. We offer that on Kel'Thuzad Alliance. So let me know if you guys need a guild invite, or if you want to pop onto the live stream to show some love, some support. I will put the description and the sub link and the Twitch link, all that great stuff, in the description below. And if you guys have any questions at all during this coffee talk, please, I will answer them as quickly and as efficiently as possible. I love you guys making gold. I love you guys, more importantly, making gold in the right ways. So I hope this coffee talk helped. I hope you enjoyed it wherever you are tuning in from, morning, noon, or night. I love you guys to death. I will see you in the next short and sweet World of Warcraft guide and the next coffee talk. Do not forget to subscribe and share this with all of your other WoW goblins if you found this beneficial. I will see you guys later. I love you. I'm out of here. Peace.